this week's video, I'm going to be talking about what my family thinks of my piercings. My family is pretty traditional, so the idea of tattoos and piercings is quite foreign to them. And to quote my grandma, they're not
hip with the young ones.
I got my belly button pierced when I was 14 and I had to get my mum's permission to get it done. But I was really scared about what my dad was going to say if he found out that I had my belly button pierced. And it wasn't until I was about 16 until he actually saw it. This was around Christmas time and we were staying with my nan and pop. And I was lying in bed and my dad was there and I sort of rolled over and my shirt slipped up slightly and he saw it, and I was expecting a shit fight, but thankfully all he did was look at it, shake his head and walk out. So I didn't get a backlash from that one. But my dad would always tell me to take out my piercings when I was around my nan and pop. And knowing me, being very stubborn, especially as a teenager, I never would do it. I pierced my labret when I was 15, and ever since I did that, my brother would constantly call me ball-bearing chin. And it wasn't until a few years ago that he actually grew up a little bit and stopped calling me that. And now I don't have my labret pierced because I took it out, so he can't call me that anymore. My dad used to call my piercings shrapnel, which sort of makes sense because he was a tradie. One of the most common reactions that I get for my piercings is, "You look better without them." And you would be surprised, but I get this reaction more with my family than I do with my piercing videos. Or another backhanded compliment that I get from my family is, "Why would you want to ruin such a pretty face?" And another comment that I get from my family is about my dentist bill, which I don't get that quite as often now since I've taken out quite a few of my lip piercings. But I still get that every now and then if I put a photo up on Facebook or put a link to a new video onto Facebook. They will say, "Oh, well, I would hate to see your dentist bill," which I sort of have to agree with in a way, because I didn't realize that my lip piercings were damaging my teeth until I started to notice that I was getting receding gums from it, so I took quite a few of them out. But at the end of the day, it's my body, my money, and my decision, so I get them just because I want them, not because it pleases anybody else, and not because it displeases my family. If you're still living at home and your parents say that you can't get piercings, unfortunately you just have to grin and bear it and get piercings when you get older and when you're old enough to live by yourself and not have to get parental permission to get them done. But please don't go out of your way to get the piercings and think that they're not going to find out, because they will, trust me. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all and I'll see you next week. Bye!